Yeah, you see a website like this? Some window like tells your username and all that. Okay. So I want you. So the username for each one of you is going to be the email that you use to register, right? So if you registered with that email, you made a mistake because that's my email first. But second, if you registered with your email, what username is going to be is the whatever is in front of the domain without the dot. So my username is going to be this one here if I register with that email. So you remember the email that you used for registering into the workshop? So your username is this, the part in front of it without any dots. So try. Password, now you're going to choose a password. It's going to be the password for the rest of the workshop. So try to use something that you remember. It's going to be your personal password. Yeah, you can create the password now. That's going to be your password. Oh yeah, and please remember the password because it's going to be the same one for tomorrow, the day after, and so whatever password you choose now is your password for the whole workshop. Are you guys able to log in? And you see something like this? Okay, good. So, the, and without dots. So if there's a dot or dash or something, don't use it. Oh, so it says everything here, right? No domains, no dots, lowercase. Oh, yeah, totally, yes, yeah. Whatever is your email, yes. I'm gonna move. So everybody's in. Well, let me ask you differently. Is anyone has any problems with it or logging in? Yeah, everybody's in. You have a problem. Don't move it. Oh, yeah. If I don't have your username, I'm not able to create it. Yeah.
Lab participants, announcement for the lab people who are in the lab. There are groups for two people. So only one username may be, given. So login from one system only. You need not to log in from two different systems, please. So like me and Kajol are having one user ID password like that. So that group has been given. Can two people log in from with the same credentials or not?
That's a good point. I don't know. I never tried. Maybe it works. No, I don't think so. Oh well, yes, they can mask if they cannot modify the same file. That's the problem. Yeah. Yeah, modifying the file, no, but looking at it, yes, kind of thing.
Okay, but they can't.
They can probably modify different files, which is fine too.
Yes, but at the same time, not on the same file. Because,
Not at the same
yeah.
file, no. But for now, I think today should be fine.
Yeah, because they're not doing anything today.
Okay. They're gonna do things, but they could duplicate the file and each one to have one. I guess that would work. I guess.
It should. It'll be a derivative of the same. हो गया सबका login?
Um, so we're missing 10 people. Could be that it. So there are 10 people missing today.
How many?
10. There are 10 people that sign up, but they are not here today. Oh, okay. So I have this. I can see that there are 10 people that don't have login yet. So I don't know if everybody.
No, they are sitting here. Let me just see their names.
So
Neha,
that.
Jindal, Sudhanshu, Ravi. Ravi, where's Ravi? Yeah, he's here. No, Ravi, Pratibha, Vishali. Oh, so these people. Sanya ka nahi hua aise login. They're trying to log in. Some of
Okay.
them. Okay, Khemraj is not here.
Oh, okay. You're still doing things. Okay, sure. Yeah. I was just checking that to be sure that everybody's.
Pratibha नहीं आपने दूसरा कर दिया
Can you name them who are missing, like for?
Pratibha
I'm don't dare to pronounce all the names, so
I'll do it so Neha Jindal
I can do that.
no Sudhanshi she's not here so she's a participant who's missing yes they paid for it so Ravi Pratap you've logged in right but
Are you in?
are you in you've not done it no but you're there right this is open
Oh, okay.
okay maybe
Oh, I
it's
have less
refreshed.
now.
Yeah
Sorry, there's 7.
so, no but Ravi is still not logged in you're still not logged in
Hey, but this system में तो log in.
Japneet you're logged in so she's also logged in Vishali is not she's gone downstairs Khemraj is taking
Okay.
class two
Okay.
so two are missing but rest are here so Vishali and Khemraj are not here I know they've gone downstairs
So okay, let's see how we do. Let me do one thing.
can you just show you're in right
So you said you are login. You are login. So is your username here? Is any of this?
This one, Ravi Pratap Dope Sagar.
And that's the one you use for login?
Yes, sir.
it's the same maybe it's a because if it's not the same then he can't log in
Okay. Yeah, I know. But that's surprising though. Let's see.
फिर कितने लोग log in नहीं है?
Sir, इसके हिसाब से तो एक नहीं है but they are two missing are Pratibha and Ravi they have logged in but it's not
नहीं, वो
reflecting
जर्नी भी तो.
हाँ Japneet also Vishali and Khemraj जो भी log in नहीं हुआ they're not here
So it seems that the system. Yeah, no, I can see that for whatever reason the system added something extra
okay
to their login. You didn't log in like this, right? This dash FD whatever. This is not you, right?
No, this is
Okay. So the system itself changed the name. I don't know why. So I'm gonna modify it. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. Okay. So now that, let's see, now that everybody is in, you're not going to have exactly what I have on the screen. It's going to be similar. We'll fix it. I see that some of the usernames, the system changed them. I don't know why. It added extra letters that you don't need to add, but that is why I don't see them. You're going to have a view like this without this section here, right? Okay, forget about this for now. We'll figure out how to fix that later. Okay, so this is what we call the Jupyter Labs, right? So you have this view here, which is you are in your browser. So this is your browser, and you have this tab with all this information. So this section here, we call it the launcher. Here is where you're going to start. You have different applications. We call it applications, I guess. You can start notebooks, R or Python currently. That's the only thing you see. You can even interact with the console, the R console or the Python console. I don't know if you know what it is, but basically is your R Studio without the graphical part of it. Yeah. There are other applications like you can use the terminal, so we can use command lines and directly interact with the terminal. You can do it. Just, let's do an example. Start the terminal, click on the terminal, and what is going to happen is this is going to transform to the actual terminal, right? So if I click, right? Now you have something like this, a prompt. We call it the prompt, right? So you're going to have your username here and some number here. Forget about that, but that's the prompt. And you can start writing commands and doing things, right? If you do an ls, for example, that's a simple command, right? If you do ls for listing, it's going to tell you that it's empty because you don't have what I have, but you will have something. So if you want to close it, you just click on here, and it will go back to the launcher.
I think it's not the same as what you see here, right?
Yes, don't worry about this section here. But can you see the rest? Yes. Because you don't have it. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yes. Don't worry about it. We're testing now. You can play with it. You're not going to break it. Okay. Don't be afraid of testing things because you're not going to break it. You're not going to have the same as I have for now. Don't worry about it. The what? Don't move it.
When I type ls on the terminal,
Yes.
it didn't show me this.
He show you something?
It didn't show me anything.
Oh, yeah, because you don't have anything yet. We need to solve the issue with some people that have different usernames. So when we solve that, everybody will have the same as I do. So for now, forget about this. You don't need it. Okay, so this is a launcher. And you can have as many launchers as you want. You can keep opening tabs, right? And have different things. So this is a tab inside of a tab, right? It's a little bit of Inception, the movie. So so you can have as many as you want with different applications. I'm just showing a little bit what you see on the screen and you're going to see. Another important thing you're going to notice is on the left side. So to go back where? Close it. Or close the tab. You see the X on the... Yeah. Don't be afraid of try. If you don't see something, try. And if you try 2 times and you don't know how to do it, we'll figure it out. Yeah, so this is basically where we're going to have our notebooks and terminals running and all that. This is the main window. But on the left side, you also have what we call, it's a browser. Probably I don't have to tell you what it is, right? You probably identified, like you see folders. You don't see anything. You will see in the future because your browser is empty. Your home directory is empty. But in this case, we can see folders, and you can navigate with any browser. This is just like the regular browser on your computer. You have it here. You don't see your computer, though, right? As you notice, we log in AWS. So it's a computer that is far away. Well, it's not far away. It's in Mumbai, yes, in Mumbai. So AWS in India is in Mumbai. So you are connected to your computer in Mumbai. So whatever it is in that disk space is what you would see here. And soon you're going to be, you will see this. But for now, forget it. What else we have? We have a menu with, like if it was the software that you have in your computer, where you can open and close notebooks. Basically, all the functions that you could do down here, you can also have them up there. That's the most important thing you need to know so far, and we're going to be learning more things as we go through it. Yeah, for now, the browser is going to be important for you because we're going to opening notebooks and closing notebooks and things like that. So one thing we can do now is when you don't click onto this R here, which is a notebook for R, just click on it. Yep, you see something like this? Okay, there are two terms that I'm going to be using every now and then. I do want you to learn them, right? Let's call it technical terms. They are not that technical. This is a square thing here, this thing here, and you have some prompt signal here. That's a cell. We call it a cell, right? The other thing you need to know, you see this R here on top on the right section that says R? This is the kernel. So this is a cell and this is a kernel. The kernel is basically, if you try to type a command here, the kernel is expecting some type of command. So this kernel R is expecting you're going to type R code. But you can have a Python kernel, you can have a Julia kernel, and as I mentioned before, I think there are kernels that combine languages. The only thing you need to know so far is we're going to be using only R. So if you don't see an R here, you probably open a notebook that wasn't expecting, right? Or we are not going to use. We are only going to use R kernels, so we're going to use our Jupyter notebooks, right? Oh, my bad. No, that's not true. We may use Python ones too. That's the thing you need to know. So let's do a test. Type anything here, whatever you want. A word. The cricket player that won the GOAT that we decided is the greatest of all time. By the way, who's going to tell him? You're going to contact him to tell him that he's the GOAT? Or he knows already? He knows? Okay. Well, tell him that only 30% of this class believes is the greatest of all time. Yeah, I mean, you can type whatever you want, right? So if I say hi, right? If you press enter, it just creates a new line, and you can type hi again, and you can type whatever you want, right? You can keep typing. Yes? So nothing happens. I'm just typing text. Let's imagine this is our code, which is not, but let's imagine this is our code. So to execute the code of a cell, what you need to do is to press play. You see the play there? So you can press it. Try. Well, it tells you that the R kernel in this case is telling you, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. Hi is not a function. It's not an instruction for me. I don't know what it is. Why? Because this is a code cell, right? Another thing you notice, you see that number over there? I executed one time. So this is keeping track of the cells that are being executed. Oh, did you get, I don't know if when you press play, you do get a second cell below it? Yes? Okay, let's try again. So if I say hi again, I'm going to show you a shortcut that you're going to be using a lot. Shortcuts in the keyboard. So if you do shift and press return at the same time, it executes the cell automatically. I don't have to press play. So there's a lot of shortcuts here in Jupyter Notebooks, and a lot of configurations and a lot of settings. Again, the only thing I want to remember now, probably the only shortcut that is useful for you now is shift enter. So where you're going to type a code, shift enter, execute, and creates a cell just below it. Questions so far? Easier, right? Yes? Yes? Okay, good. I've told you that Jupyter Notebooks allows you to write text. Why is not accepting my text, right? Because it's thinking this is a code cell. You see here that it says code? Yeah, so if I go back to the first cell, right, I activate that cell, I'm working here. I could change and say, no, this is not code. This is actually markdown. You see the number disappears on the left? And now if I execute it, I get text. So it knows that it's text. So there's going to be two types of cells that we're going to be working on. The ones that is marked down, and I'll explain what it is in a second, and the one that is code. I don't know, anybody in this room ever wrote a Wikipedia article? Or modified a Wikipedia article? No? Okay, so in Wikipedia, they use markdown language to write the text. It's super simple, right? But it saves time. Instead of giving nice fonts and changing a title and all that, they use what is called markdown. So Jupyter Notebooks uses markdown. If you don't care about the language, that's fine. Markdown language, you can just write text, and it's going to look like this. That's totally fine. Right? But Markdown has a specific way of writing text. So if I double-click again on the text, it shows me this again. But let's imagine that the hi actually was a title. So to indicate a title, I'm just going to use an example. I'm going to type this. And now, sorry. Like this. Now I have a different font that represents a title. I only put a symbol in front of it, right? That's the only thing I did. That's Markdown language. It's that simple as that. During the exercises we do, I'm gonna give you a Jupyter notebook already finished, and you're gonna see titles and all that. But if you double click on the cell, you're gonna see actually how it looks like. So,
Francis, so why you actually use Markdown? So codes are there, but why you need to write Markdown? For two reasons. One, you need to give as much information as possible in your code, so that if you are seeing this code after 6 months, you should at least know that what you are doing. That's the first thing. Second thing, if you left your lab and somebody else is taking over that project, they also should know that what you did. So be explicit, write everything you want to actually write about it. You can put as much information as possible. A good coder, a person who is a good programmer, he has to be explicit, he has to be detailed about, like you will write one line of code, but you should be writing a paragraph of information on the markdown, so that somebody should be able to reproduce it, or even you should be able to reproduce it at some point. A lot of times we don't know which genome build was used, what was the database, and you will be just scratching your head that what I did, why I did that.
later.
So markdown is very, very important for that way. So
they know that already.
I don't know.
Yeah, we show it in a slide before we start this, before lunch.
That is the most important.
So let's do one thing now. So we already learned how to execute cells, right? There's no questions about that. You have two types of cells, it's code or markdown. That's the only two types of cells we're going to be using. So if you want to learn a little bit more markdown, we're going to do an exercise now. So if you go,
Francis, what is the raw option?
raw is text, just raw text. Yeah. If you go to help and you go to markdown reference, you're going to see something like this. You remember I try the title one, right? The heading one, right? I put that symbol. Markdown execute, when you execute the cell, understands that he needs to change the font to this, right? I can put subtitles and it's going to be heading 2. So there is, if you need to learn how to use it, you can go here and use it. But let's do one thing. You see up here you have the 10 minutes markdown tutorial. Let's do it. Click on that so you can practice markdown. And we're going to use it on one of the notebooks that I have next. Yeah, begin lesson, I'm practicing. It's going to tell you, create a title, and you're going to create a title, and so on. It's self-explanatory. You don't need me for this. Yes? So when... So people is asking me how we got to the tutorial thing. So if you're clicking help, at the very bottom, I think, or one of the last options, it says markdown reference. Click on that, and you will see the tutorial part of it. So when you started a Jupyter notebook, a file was created, right? So now in your browser, you have that file. Yep. So you can remove it if you want to. If you don't like it, or you could do right click and delete. You could delete that file if you want to. If you like it to conserve it and you say untitled is not an explanatory name, you can rename it too. So I don't think I need to explain how a browser works, right? Everybody knows. Okay, again, to access, you go to help, Markdown reference, and you can start the lessons. Yep. Okay. Repeat. Yeah, sure. Okay, who needs me to explain it again? So I'm going to do it again. Nobody. So everybody's good? I'm going to set it again. So if you want to do the tutorial on how to use Markdown language, you click on Help. At the bottom, it says Markdown reference. You click Markdown reference and just say, try our 10-minute Markdown tutorial. Click on it. And you can start beginning the lessons. Now you have the files, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Do you mind? Oh no, keep working. Keep working.
He's doing something else. We are the one.
You have an account. You should do it.
Is that good?
Yeah. 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 You got to prove. You have my approval. I don't know how it's useful for anything though. I just asked for it. It's a mic on. Sorry. Somebody must have one of those, right? somebody must have one of these here. We can use somebody else's. Oh, we have a, okay. Thank you. Did anybody finish? Did everybody at least reach 4 to 5 lesson? 4 to 5?
Yes.
More or less? Yeah? Okay, good. We can stop here. We don't have to do the whole thing. Um, we're going to go straight to practicing. You're going to learn more practicing than just the tutorial stuff. I think you'll learn the basics. You understand how the Markdown language works now, right? A little bit? Yep. So, yeah, everybody close the tutorial. So you just need to close the tab. And you go back to the launcher. Does everybody have this in the browser now?
Yes.
Everybody?
Yes.
Okay, good. So I guess everybody's now here. Um, so in here is where we're going to have the materials for every day. So every folder is going to have their own notebooks and everything. So we are in day 1. So I want you to open that folder. Right? Use the browser and open the folder called day 1. So you're going to see one lesson that says 00 lesson I, pi, and b. Yeah, so when you see that symbol, that I don't know what it looks like the notebook symbol and the extension I, P, Y, and B. So that is a notebook. So the extension is Interactive Python Notebook. They use it now for everything, but it can be R, it can be other languages. But that's the extension of a notebook. So double click on it, like you're opening a file. Or that, probably you cannot read it, right? Well, you don't have to read it on my screen. You probably can read it in your own. So I'm going to remove the browser from the middle, right? So now it looks like a mess. You just see just random text on the screen. Do whatever that every cell says. try to go through that notebook. The first cell says add markdown cell above this one, right? Add a level 1 title that says this. By the way, this is an actual paper title. So how we add a title above one title? So you see here on the right, it says plus below and plus above. Click plus above and you would add a cell above that one. Yep. Just, yeah, scroll over it and you will see it. So you can even double click and you're going to see what I did. But what I want you to do is to go here. If you click at the cell, add the cell above it. I know this is below. Sorry, my bad. Oop. Now.
So when we click that folder, the screen is coming like this.
So yes. So if you want to remove the browser out of the way, you click the folder and it hides. You don't have to. You have enough space, but here it's a bit crowded on the screen if I keep that open. Yeah, what did everybody was able to do? Were you able to add a cell on top of it? Basically, I'm asking this, right? So I'm going to copy this, right? Now we have a title for the document. You want me to do the first part again? Okay, and let me know where the problem is, right? So I'm going to remove this. So when you open the document, this is what you see. I'm asking you to add a cell on top of it. Do you see the symbols on the right? Okay, press escape. Let me see. Oh, that's true. Some people don't see them. Huh.
That's right. The major problem is we.
Well, so if you don't see the symbols on the right, if you go to edit, it's edit. Yeah, that's pasting though. Okay, I'm going to show it in a different way. Some people doesn't have the symbols on the right. I'm not sure why. So you could, if you press the plus symbol, it's going to add a cell below. Yep. So again, you don't have even the arrows, right? That's annoying. Oh, now you have them.
Yes.
So move that up.
When we click on this plus symbol,
Yep.
we got this.
So move up.
Okay, sure.
No, move that one up. Now you have it on top. You need a space. Yeah. And now you can execute it. Yep. Yeah. Keep going the document down. Do the next line, whatever the next cell says to do. You can keep working on the document. So did we get everybody that got the title on top of the document? Keep working on the document. Go to the next cell and do whatever it says.
OTP markdown हो गया सर तो markdown नहीं किया उसके बाद
Did you figure out how to add a level 2 title, the introduction?
Yes, we have done.
Okay. Keep moving. Can you create a table now?
How to create table? Looks like this. How to create table in this?
You wanna know how? Sorry, keep doing. Double click. Skip the step of the table because if you didn't reach that point in the tutorial, you're not going to know how to create tables.
And in the level 3 title we have to create, right?
Yeah, the level 3 title created. Skip the step of the table if you don't know how to create tables. I think not everybody create tables in the tutorial. Tutorial tells you how to do that. You don't have to do it. Don't worry. If you have time later on, you can learn how to create tables. Oh, I know when. Is your document looking like this a little bit? Yes? Did you figure out how to attach an image? Have you tried to attach an image to the document? No? Just follow those steps. So we add a markdown cell below it. We're going to open, copy the image. Did you try? It worked? Okay, good.
So it's mine is also coming same.
Yeah, so add a mark. This is annoying. incorporate formulas, but you could. Right? So if you double click the cell, you're going to see how I did it. Right? It's quite complicated to get the right language, but if you want, you can put nice mathematical formulas in your documents too. If you finish the tutorial, I teach you how to do links on documents, or hyperlinks, or whatever you want to call them. So this part of the exercise tells you, or add a cell below it. It says that this text needs to link to whatever link is that, right? So the way to do it, you need to put it between brackets. That's how Markdown does the links. Square brackets, open round brackets. Oh, sorry. Well, let's do it like this. Copy. So square brackets is for the text that's going to be visible. Round brackets is for the link. So if I execute this, oh, sorry, I didn't change. So it needs to be marked down now. So now you have the link. So now this text is a hyperlink for that. So the only thing I did was this. So square brackets for the text, round brackets for the actual link.
Trying to save as a web PDF.
Sorry, what? Oh, it doesn't work, right? I know. Don't worry about it. Yeah, saving the document as PDF is not working. If you want, guys, I can try to fix it tonight, and I'll try to fix it, but you don't have to worry about saving as a PDF. Any document that we create here, if you want it, we'll share it. So you don't have to download it. Did you guys execute the code? You did, right? And it worked. Okay.
Stimulated local temperature ट्रेंड तो आ गया बट ये दिस फिगर हैज
Two things that I want you to learn from this. Well, the shift enter is your friend from now on. If you want to execute a cell, shift enter, shift enter. You need, if something doesn't work, double check that you're actually in a cell that is code or a markdown. So you need to distinguish between the two. That's another thing. So people were asking me how you create tables. This is type of format. You don't have to create tables. I mean, if you do the tutorial again, at some point the tutorial teaches you how to do tables. What other questions we have? This is actually LaTeX. This is how you create formulas in LaTeX. Markdown understands LaTeX too, which is another language to create documents. So if you need to create some complex formula for whatever reason, you can do that. I don't think, we're not going to ever create formulas here, but you know that is a possibility. I guess everybody got that graph. So another question that we get is why we use Markdown, or the title. The most important thing I want to learn is how to create titles, because the Jupyter Notebook automatically creates an index. Right? Here on the left, now I have an index. I know it's quite silly index because it's small, but if you have a document of 10 or 20 pages, you don't want to scroll down an app all the time. And if you've been creating titles, and I want to go to the method sections, I go to the index, I click on the methods, and it goes directly to the method sections. So I know what it is. So that is why it's useful to know how to create titles, because automatically you create an index. Okay, we're done with this, so you can close it. And I'm going to ask you to go to the browser and open the other document. You have two documents for day one. We're done with one. I'm going to open the second one. So, yep, we opened the second document. Everybody's here. You have a very long cell here. You don't have to worry. We already done this. But if you are curious of how to do all these things, like how to paste an image and everything, it explains you again. So if you double click, you're going to see how the cell looks like, right? So I don't know, I think you practice how to create bold text, italics, how to cross text. All that was part of the tutorial. How to create hyperlinks. So if you're curious how the text looks like, you can double click anytime, any cell. So if I want to see the format again, I just do Shift Enter, and here it is. We already learned how to paste images. You can even paste GIFs, right? So this is a GIF. So it's not me moving anything. It just pasted the GIF here, and it tells you that if you want to change from different types of cells, you just go here and change from code or Markdown, and that's the way you change what is inside of a cell. It's a cool document, right? You can paste a GIF there. So it's hard to find a document you can do that. Not even Word does it, right? Can you? Okay. So let's start coding a little bit, or at least practicing coding R. Now, I want everybody at this point now. Everybody open the second document? Yes? So if you scroll down a little bit, you're going to see a brief intro to R. Yeah, everybody knows what R is because we didn't even explain it, right? It's a statistical language that is really useful for plotting and doing statistics. What we said before, right? The kernel. That's really important to know to be sure that you are working with the right kernel, right? When you open the document, automatically knows that it's an R kernel because I create it as being an R Jupyter Notebook. So you probably know what it is. This is code, right? Because you have the square brackets here. And if you go here and do Shift Enter, it's going to execute it. Do you see the same thing as me on the screen?
Yes.
Huh. Can you scroll down? This has been executed. Oh, okay. I'm going to ask you a favor. So do you mind to go to edit, view? Yes. So can you go to edit and come down here and say clear output of all cells? Can you click on that? Okay, that's much better. I mean, you can, if you don't want to wait for me, you can go with the document down and keep executing things. Can you guess what it's going to do? If I execute this, it's going to say hello world, right? That's probably pretty easy to understand. It's the easiest code we can do, right? So if you execute it, now just below it, it printed hello world. So one thing you need to notice, right? When you execute code, the cell, we have a cell of code, and then we have a display just below it. When we did that document and we asked, can you give me a plot of the temperature, it created a display just below it just to show you the graph. So even with text, if you try to print something on it, that's what it's going to do. It's going to create a display just below it. So you can do math with R, just with a calculator. So whoever did the homework that you're supposed to do, you already know this.
Shift enter.
Yep, you can shift enter. You can modify the cells. Feel free to modify them, play with it. So this is a document you can play with it. Right, you can do really complex formulas, and you get the answer of the universe, right? Does everybody knows what a variable is in programming? If you did the homework, you know, but I don't know if everybody does.
Now we can solve. Now we are giving A to shift enter. That will give you answer. Now suppose we can add our own. Suppose like this is the formula that is solving in cell 3 into 3 plus 4. So we are getting answers like 30. So
Yeah.
if I want to do my own formulas,
Yeah.
I can add the
You
cells.
play with it. Yes. Yeah. You can add as many cells as you want. So if you want to create a different, I don't know. Yeah. I can see who didn't do the homework here. Oops. I'm assuming you know what is happening here, right? So if we assign a variable to a letter like x equal 5 or x arrow 5, so the traditional R uses this way to assign values to variables. And if I want to print that x, what do you think is going to happen? It's going to print 5. It does the replacement.
Maybe I think it's S equal. So x will be 5.
Yep. So you can use x from now on for whatever you want. X is going to be equal 5.
So here we can give command. So we define our x, and then we can go downwards
Yep.
for the
Yep. So the x has been defined by the whole document now. We are reviewing the homework, which we're supposed to do that, right? Because you already done the homework. You already know all this. So every time you see the traffic light, I'm asking you to create something, to code something. So you're going to have to type. If you go too fast with the shift enter, you're going to be missing the answers because the answers are quite obvious in the cell previous to this one. Yeah, everything is installed, yes.
This is a traffic light signal, right?
Yep.
I'm trying to do this exercise. I'm bold the word bold, right?
Oh, you don't, skip that part if you want. We already done this. Go to the, yeah. So when you are coding or creating vectors or creating data frames, it's always useful to print them or to show them on the screen to be sure that you created the right thing. So in here we are creating a plot, but if you want to be sure that the data frame that we named df is being created properly, you can always print it on the screen and be sure that it is correct, right? That is always useful. Visualize. Everything we do in bioinformatics, you need to visualize it probably, or any kind of job you do. It's always good to visualize the data. Yeah, okay. It wasn't complicated, right? So the exercise, the first one is really simple. I'm only asking this, right? To create a plot and start with dots, with lines. Sorry, what?
I didn't get it. How to create a line diagram?
How to create,
Yeah.
sorry, again.